Off to the north through southern Indiana will be in the morning. A couple could hang on into the afternoon farther to the south. So a little unsettled, but pretty spotty, and highs near 80 degrees, still breezy out of the southwest at 10 to 20. Here's a look at Futurecast. You see those showers and a few storms out to the west, but by the time they get to us, definitely more widely scattered in nature. Then by midday, we have dry time across the area. We'll watch our far southern communities because a couple of stray showers could reappear, maybe even a rumble of thunder later in the afternoon. And then again, as we get late evening and overnight, couple of showers that should be weakening, but there'll be a few out there, especially south of town. We dry out tomorrow, partly cloudy skies, any showers stay west of us, and temperatures, they're going to jump once again. Highs are going right back into the mid-80s like the past couple of days. But clouds, a few showers today, dial the numbers back just a tad at 80, 85 tomorrow, and then thunder Saturday brings the likelihood of showers, even a few storms and impact weather with the front that comes through. Brings a little bit of cooler weather, lows in the 40s, highs in the 60s. Sunday into Monday, the 70s return Tuesday into Wednesday. But as for thunder over Louisville, by the start of the air show, we're already seeing a good chance of scattered showers. Temperatures coming off of that high of 78 to 75. Cold front moves through. We're in the low 60s by 6 o'clock with more showers. And look, we'll be in the 50s by the time the fireworks start, but we'll be trending drier. Signs that those northwest breezes start to knock down those temperatures, but move out the rain. Of course, we'll keep eyes on it for you over the next couple of days in the lead up to the big event on Saturday. But right now at 5:13, Carrie and Alex, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Matt. Well, with 5 days left in the U.S.-Iran ceasefire, the path toward a resolution still not clear.
Meanwhile, Americans are feeling the financial impact of the war, especially when it comes to energy prices. Rachel Hersheimer joins us from our Washington bureau. Rachel, what is the administration's message to people struggling to pay these higher costs?
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said as soon as the military operation and negotiations between the U.S. and Iran conclude and the Strait of Hormuz is back open, that is when the administration thinks that gas prices will start to decrease.
President Trump has built the greatest economy in the world before. He is doing it again. Of course, we have this short-term disruption, but again, it's for the long-term strategic goal of ensuring that these terrorists cannot possess a nuclear bomb.
The Trump administration is now looking to hit Iran's economy even harder. On Wednesday, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said the administration told countries if they are buying Iranian oil and if Iranian money is sitting in their banks, the U.S. is willing to apply secondary sanctions, calling the new move the financial equivalent of a bombing campaign. Yesterday, Bessent sanctioned an Iranian oil shipping company and announced he won't renew a month-long waiver that allowed more countries to buy Iranian and Russian oil. However, some experts warn imposing secondary sanctions could lead to negative diplomatic and economic consequences from allies. At this point, it is unclear if these sanctions will actually push Iran even closer to the negotiating table as the fighting continues. Meanwhile, the military advisor to the supreme leader in Iran said he will not agree to extending the ceasefire agreement, which expires next week. In Washington, Rachel Hersheimer, WLKY News.
5:15 this morning, 3 people are dead in another strike on an alleged drug boat. That boat was targeted yesterday in the Eastern Pacific. Officials say it had been traveling along known drug routes and was engaged in narco trafficking operations. 3 men on board the boat were killed in the strike. No U.S. military forces were hurt.
A kid getting off a bus was just barely missed by a car in New York State. Look at this video. The close call caught on one of the school bus's cameras. The 6th grader seen getting off the bus quickly, running to the side as that car comes barreling towards him. Despite that stop arm being extended, luckily the 12-year-old was not hurt. The driver is now facing several charges. Well, next year's White House budget proposal turned heated as Representative Morgan McGarvey criticized cuts, calling them cruel.
The director of the United States Office of Management and Budget testified to the House committee about the 2027 fiscal year budget proposal. The new budget would increase defense spending to about $1.5 trillion. That is up from $1 trillion this year. It also cuts health research, heating assistance, and dozens of other domestic programs. McGarvey criticized the budget, saying cuts aid to working people and replaces it with funding for war and tax cuts for the rich.
This budget sees the hungry, it sees the homeless, it sees the vulnerable, and it turns away. That is not what we should be doing, and it's why I cannot support it.
The current budget year ends on September 30th.
A jury finds Live Nation and Ticketmaster operate as an illegal monopoly. The Justice Department and 39 state attorneys general sued, claiming ticket sellers controlled virtually every aspect of the live music ecosystem. So a second trial will now determine whether to grant the state's request to break up the company or make other structural changes. All right, 5:17, we're checking in with Matt.
Not going to need the umbrellas all day, but going to watch some showers out to the west that start to move in. I think some of the best rain chances in the metro will be a little later on this morning, but that won't mean our rain chances go to zero for the rest of the day. A closer look at your Thursday forecast, and of course, we're peeking ahead to thunder because rain looks like a good bet in our Saturday skies. That's coming up when we come back.
Wait, are those sharks? Oh! Oh! Whoa! What is going on? Get me out of here!
I'll tell you what's going on. They're looking for your catch.
Yep, that is pretty scary. So this is a professional fisherman, and he noticed he was surrounded by dozens of sharks off the coast of North Carolina. So he says the feeding frenzy was a combination of sharks and red drum. They were attacking this school of fish. Despite the excitement, he did manage to stay calm, drove through the shark-infested area safely, and caught a big drum in the process.
Okay, are we on a jet ski? What is this?
It's a small little
jet ski boat?
That was kind of jet ski-ish, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I didn't realize that until you said it. I was looking at the fish.
It ain't big enough.
Those feet are way too exposed to be surrounded by dozens of sharks. Absolutely not.
No. And that's why, again, the ocean is just territory that I would prefer to look at.
Yeah.
And not, or from a boat, a big one.
Lots of space.
If you're out in Florida, how deep you going?
Matt.
Seriously.
Me?
Come on, are you even getting in?
Yeah.
What if you could see?
How deep you going? Knee deep?
Waist max.
Okay.
That's fine.
That's
on a good bold day.
That's fine.
Clear
I'm with you
day.
on that too.
Yeah, I won't swim in the ocean. I won't. I need to stay clear.
Look, I have a very solid respect for the creatures in the deep blue sea, right? And there's more and more of the sharks are getting used to oil rigs and boats. It's a problem for fishermen in Louisiana. I mean, there's a lot more kind of instances like what they saw in North Carolina.
I like to see what's going to get me.
Are you jumping off a boat in the middle of the ocean? I'm asking, like if you...
That boat better be in trouble.
So if you're in a life jacket, you're in the middle of the ocean, everybody's jumping off, cool out, are you getting in?
I don't know. It depends on the circumstances. I will say I've parasailed, and when they dip you,
yes.
I was like, no way.
Yeah, it's a no.
All right, so it looks like we're 0 for 3 on deep sea water adventures. So if you're staying on land today and here close to home, get ready for conditions that are going to stay breezy and warm, highs near 80. We're going to have a few shower chances to dodge. Let's check out Futurecast because these showers are weakening as they move our way. So we're talking widely scattered. This is far from an all-day washout, and I don't think everywhere gets into the rain either. So it's kind of a continuation of our overall dry-ish weather pattern that we've had recently with the above normal temperatures. Look how much of the afternoon is dry. There could be a stray shower farther south later in the afternoon. And again into the evening and overnight. Can't rule out a shower, especially south and west of town. So it'll be a little unsettled this Thursday, but again, widely scattered in nature. I think tomorrow's a dry, warm day. Any shower chances stay out to our west, and highs, they're jumping into the mid-80s. In your 7-day forecast, though, impact weather Saturday for thunder over Louisville. Showers do look more likely, even a few storms as the front moves through and cools us down. 60 on Sunday, 64 Monday with lows in the 40s. We'll have the jackets back on, and then we get into the mid-70s by Tuesday and Wednesday. Here's a look at that Futurecast for Saturday. By midday, yeah, this front's the problem. It's bringing that rain chance across the area. And while we may get some breaks from time to time into the afternoon, we've got some solid greens and yellows over us. So I do think we're going to have some rain, maybe even some rumbles of thunder as that front moves through. Here's the better news, though. That front pushes on in, winds come out of the north and west, and we do start to get on the back edge of the rain. And I think we'll start trending drier as we get towards fireworks time. Of course, we're watching all of this closely for you and continue to keep you updated. Right now at 5:24, though, let's send it back to Carrie and Alex.
All right, Matt, thank you. Hey, tee up now for a chance to win $1 million.
Yeah, the Kentucky Derby Festival's hole-in-one golf contest, that kicks off today at Seneca Golf Course. Blakely McHugh's live at the driving range this morning. She's trying to get her swing just right. Blakely, some folks do this every single year, just hoping they finally get their chance.
I hear that they've got people who come back every year and also multiple days in 1 year to try to get that $1 million. Marty and Bob with us this morning. This is such a fun event. Bob, I'll start with you first. Just tell us a little bit about how exciting this event is. Of course, it's day one, so I know you guys are ready for it.
Absolutely. We at Stockyards Bank, this event's been going on for 30 years, and we've been a sponsor now for 14 years. Super excited. It's a great tradition for the community and brings people from all over the region together. So we're excited to kick it off today.
All right, Marty, for people who haven't done it before, I know it's been going on for decades, so there's a lot of repeat people. But for the newbies, what do they need to know about the contest?
Well, they need to go to Stockyards, withdraw some dollars so they can get, basically it's a dollar ball. And then there's, as you get 10 balls, 25 balls, it changes. Then we have some special days. But you come to Seneca Golf Course, you come up here to the driving range. We have a hole that's about 100 yards long, so bring your 100-yard club and pray. And actually, I mean...
And hope your practice goes into play the way you want it to.
There's been more hole-in-ones made on a bad shot than there are good shots, okay? So, look, it's a qualifier. It's all for the Kentucky Derby Festival. It's great for the community, as Bob said. This is a great kickoff to the whole, they say Thunder kicks off. No, we kick off before Thunder does, right here.
Yes.
So it's your chance for $1 million. So every day we have 10 qualifiers, and we have a ladies' day, there's 4. We have juniors have 2. So plenty of chances. So 56 people will swing for that $1 million. And Stockyards brings it to the finals. It's lined in their jackets.
Yeah, is it, Bob? It's lined in the jacket?
Yeah, we keep it in the truck. We just kind of back it up. And if somebody wins it, we're ready to dump it out.
You're ready to give it away. Yeah. How much do you guys love being this event?
It's exciting. We have a special day that Stockyards volunteers just for the entire day from morning until night that day, next Thursday. And we'll have about 30 to 40 volunteers. So everyone really gets excited across the whole bank.
10 o'clock this morning is when it starts, right?
10 a.m. is the first swing, and we go to about 8 p.m. every night. So
a whole lot of time to get out here.
there are 10 days of qualifying. Obviously, we take Thunder off because we want everyone down there spending their money there.
Okay, perfect. You guys, also, I can't wait to show you off all the different golf balls because they're so fun and so many cool designs. So much to talk about this morning.